I'm Xiaowei. I'm a research economist at the IFS and I research things related to inequality, labour market and poverty. So I think I joined IFS through a rather unusual route actually. So I came straight from economic consulting but felt like I wanted to do something a bit more rigorous where I could specialise more and also have more control over my own research agenda.
My name's Angus. I'm a research economist at the Institute for Fiscal Studies. I work in the human capital development sector, sort of cross with the sanitation sector. I first applied for the IFS as a summer student during my time at the University of Edinburgh. I enjoyed it so much that I applied again.
I'm Ben Zaranko. I've been at the IFS for just over 2 years now. I work as a researcher in the pensions and public finance team. I left university and did a stint in the private sector, which I didn't particularly enjoy, so I applied from a previous job and I've been here ever since.
My name's Polly Simpson, I'm a research economist. So I work on actually quite a broad range of areas at IFS. I do some work on pensions, I do some work on housing and housing policy, and then I do some work on cities and people's location choices within cities. Before I worked at the IFS, I read economics and management at university, then I went into the civil service, I worked in the government economics service, and then I moved to start a job at IFS.
A typical day at the IFS could start with, I guess, coming in, doing some data coding on one of the projects that I'm working on. Often, twice a week at lunchtime we'll have seminars, so you'd go down to the basement and go to a seminar where some researcher from anywhere in the world has come to talk about their research. In the afternoon, perhaps you'd be working on the same project, or I guess more likely for me, because I like a bit of a variety, I'd work on another project. So for example, if I'm coding on the first project, I might be writing up research in the second project. So personally, I like to have a bit of variety in the day, so I structure things to give me that variety.
The aspect of the job I find most exciting, most interesting, I think, is dealing with the public, with the media. And when it's quite satisfying when the work you've done and some analysis you've been part of, people take notice, and it can influence the debate, it can influence what policymakers do, what politicians talk about. And I think that's a really great thing that the IFS does, that there's nowhere else quite like it.
So one really obvious thing that the IFS offers for someone coming straight out of university, like I was, is the opportunity for further studies. So for example, they're funding me through the MSc program at UCL. If I choose to do the PhD, they'll fund me through the PhD as well.
It's a really cool place to work. Everybody is really interested in doing research. Everybody's really keen to talk about research ideas all the time. I mean, you're in the kitchen and then you're just like talking to people about what sort of stuff you're working on. And I just think that's a really exciting place to be.
In terms of the social life at the IFS, I would say that everyone's very friendly. We go to the pub every Friday, we often organise trips. We also have obviously the Christmas party, summer parties, loads of stuff going on.
I don't think I'd really appreciated how much academic work IFS does. There's this whole other side of what we do that really isn't that visible to the public, and it's really cool because you get to do super high quality research as a really junior person before you've even got like a master's or a PhD.
I think if you want to work on just economic policy, there's plenty of places you can do so. You can go to the civil service, there's plenty of other institutions that do that. If you want to work just on media stuff, communicating economics, you could become a journalist. If you want to work just on academic projects, you can go pursue academia. But if you want to do all these things and do that in a world-renowned institution, one that has a unique place in public life and deal with top-level academics and fantastic colleagues, there is really nowhere else like it. And I think that combination that we offer at the IFS is unique and is why it's special.
It's just really great here, isn't it? Like, you learn how to do research by doing.